Hello, everyone, and welcome back to now episode 4 with Zeus Gaming UK, where we are going to be looking at or continuing to work through setting up your Mixer account to make sure it is ready for that very first stream. Today, what we are going to go through is the finalization of customizing your profile, monetizing your profile through EMBERS, and then a brief discussion and benefits and drawbacks of streaming directly from your Xbox or other console straight to Mixer versus using a program such as LightStream. In a few videos' time, we are going to get onto something called Streamlabs OBS. There are a few OBSs out there. I personally use Slobs or Streamlabs OBS. But like I've said the whole way through these videos, I want to do it in chronological order and the journey that I took to get to the point I am now. Depending on how this video runs, we may well look at some custom overlays, transitions, starting soon screens, and bits and pieces like that. But we'll see how we pan out. So without any further delay, let's get straight over to our Mixer profile now, where we'll take a look at where we're up to and what happens next. Okay, so here we are back on our Mixer profile. So the first thing I want you to do is come to the top right hand corner, click on the little arrow or the logo and go over to Broadcast Dashboard. At this stage, before you see the screen I'm on now, you're going to get a little video that you finalise and work your way through, introducing you to Mixer and talking about some further details. When that finishes, you should come straight here, but if you don't, please just click Broadcast. Now, let me talk you through a couple of things. First of all, stream title. Now, your stream title is what you choose to put in here and what you choose to write, and that will show to anybody on Mixer or off that has your link or is browsing that certain game or a certain part of Mixer. This description gives people an idea about what you're about. So you might want to talk about any potential giveaways or that you're happy to play with other streamers or anything to that effect. Try watching a couple of your favourite streamers. Maybe you've seen me stream and you'll see what I put in mine, but this is completely up to you. Next, it's really, really important that you get this bit accurate. This is the game you're streaming and it will not update automatically. You need to manually change this each time you change the game you're playing. Now, the reason why it's so important is if I come on stream and I want to go and watch FIFA and you're playing FIFA but you haven't updated this, I won't be able to find that you're playing FIFA. So really important and really simple. Channel audience, as it describes, we have 3 different ratings here. The best way that I would advise you to understand what you should use is one of 2 options. First and probably easiest is if you look at the game and the age rating on the game. So Call of Duty, for example, would be an 18. Minecraft would be family friendly, so on and so forth. So it really depends on the game you're playing and the PEGI rating it has. Alternatively, if you're still not sure, you can go on to Mixer's terms of service and they will go into this in a little bit more detail. Now, the last thing that I've done on this page, which I would really, really recommend that you do, is I have changed I have changed some of these messages about being hosted and also when someone follows our channel. Now, these will come with a Mixer default, but what I'd really suggest is just making it a little bit more personable to you. The part of the word coding, whatever you want to call it here, which is obviously %, user %, this refers to, or this will bring through the person that is activating that command. So to explain that in a slightly more simpler way, in this instance where we are typing in the hosted message box, by putting that in there, that user, what that is going to do is tell everybody else when it posts this message who that person is that has decided to host me. Okay, so let's say one of my friends comes onto my channel. Let's say it's Odin, and he decides that he likes what I'm watching, he's going to host me. This would come up saying, Odin has decided that your channel is far too good to miss. Now, these are the words and the phrasings that I use, but be creative, try and stand out, try and be different, and do what suits you and your brand. I would also amend this follower one. So this is what greets the people when they come into your stream and they follow you. I think it's really nice to try and make this as customizable as possible and give people a nice greeting when they decide to support you by following. The next thing I'd like us to do while we're here is click on your name. which should take us back to kind of the main screen, which is your streaming site. I then want you to click on the little image on the top. I want you to go to account, and then here we've got your username. Now this should be something that links into the logo and the brand you have already started creating. Now obviously I have used my pre-existing Zeus bits and pieces here, but you would obviously have a completely different identity, and we want to get rid of that really generic olive storm, whatever yours will be, and it will always follow with some numbers. So let's just go in here, Zeus Gaming World. I know I've got mine as UK or London. It will ask me if I'm definitely sure that I want to change that. I'm 100% sure, and there we go. Immediately, top right hand corner, our name has now changed. And what that will make really easy now is when you're trying to tell people about your stream or where to find you, your handle or your URL will just be mixer.com/Zeus Gaming World, or whatever you choose to input. Okay, so we've done that last step, and now we are back here on this page. What I'd like you to click next is monetize. This is a really important way for your channel just to become a bit more interactive and people to show how much they appreciate your content. And we'll go into that shortly in a bit more detail. I have been unable to fill this out. As you can imagine, it is personal information and I can't share all of that with you. But what you do need to do is just hit monetize, fill out these boxes, make sure you've read this and you agree, and then hit apply. I'm going to crack straight on with that cutscene for a second, and then you will see what happens when we come through the other side. So what will happen now is Mixer will need to take around about 24 hours, as noted on the screen, to go away and check that information to begin to monetize your account. So while this is going on, there's some other bits we can be getting on with, and I want to talk to you about streaming from your Xbox versus using something like LightStream. So let's head over to Xbox now, and we'll go through how you would start streaming from your box. Okay, so here we are live over on my Xbox page. So let's show you what we need to do next. Hitting the Xbox key and scrolling all the way across to the last but one, you'll see an option called Start Broadcasting. Now when you select this, you will find that it might take anything from 30 seconds up to a minute to load. If it's the first time that you're doing this, it may take a bit longer and it may ask you to log in, so just bear that in mind. Once you get to this page, there's a few things that we should look at before we actually start streaming or broadcasting what we're doing. First, head down to More Options. Here we have the ability to turn on party audio, which ensures that people that you are in a party with are able to be heard on your stream. You also have the ability to toggle the chat on as well. Toggling the chat on means that what will happen is whilst you're gaming, on your Xbox screen or the screen that you're using to play Xbox, a portion of the chat will come up so you can see what people are saying, and then you're able to interact with them a little bit more, obviously live. The drawback to this is that it is going to take up a portion of your screen and cover some of the gameplay and the things that you are watching. Okay, so let's have a little look. If we go down to the broadcast overlay, the customizability that you have with moving the box around the screen. Now this one just refers to the amount of time that you've been streaming, the amount of viewers you have, your mic and video settings. I would tend to change this depending on what game I'm using. There always seems to be a sweet spot on the screen depending on what game. So you might need to trial and error that ever so slightly. Like I said again, chat, audio, toggled on, toggled off, it's up to you how you use them. And you have the ability here to change your stream title from your Xbox. So how we went through in Mixer that you could do that, you can actually do it straight from your Xbox in this setting as well. Now, if you choose to use a webcam, you can, and you can use one straight through your Xbox. Now, for trial and error, reading forums and speaking to friends, it seems to be the actual Xbox Connect that works the best if you wish to use a webcam in this way. However, you can use other webcams, including the Logitechs, the Razer that I use. All of those are linked in my shop if you want to have a little peruse. Now, what you would do if you are going to use this is go into your webcam options, and because I don't have one connected, I can't go into as much detail here. But I would just plug in via USB on the back of the Xbox. It would then recognise that I've got one, and then you can see as the third option down, I've then got some customizability about where I put that webcam so my stream, the people that are watching me, are able to see. At this stage, you'd now just hit start broadcast, and anyone on Mixer on your channel would be able to see what you are doing. You'll also find that all of your friends or anyone that you've got added or has you as a friend will also get a notification through their Xbox letting them know that you are now live broadcasting and able to watch. So that is streaming straight from your Xbox. But how about if we want to add custom overlays or we want to make things a little bit more original? You then need to ensure that you are using a separate platform that enables you to do that. And the one that we are going to discuss or go through is called LightStream. The reason why we're going to go through that is Xbox is partnered and works in affiliation with Mixer, and Mixer is partnered and works in affiliation with LightStream. So that's the logical steps that we would take. We are, like I said, going to go on Slobs and Streamlabs at a later date. But for now, if we're looking at a really easy, quick setup, LightStream is probably the way to go. Okay, so the website that we need to head over to and check out is golightstream.com. And I'll link that in the bio below. This is really easy to set up and get started with. We're just going to hit Start Streaming. After that page is loaded, we're going to use Mixer for our example, but you can use this for any of the platforms that are listed here. LightStream will then ask permission, or will ask you to grant permission that it can interact and work with your Mixer. You just need to hit Approve. It will take some seconds to sort itself out, and once it has, just ensure you click Allow. I would not allow this just yet because we're going to do this customizable as we go through the steps. So let's just exit out of that. I'm not too concerned about adding an interest, but let's just do gaming. And I'm sitting told I'm ready to go. You will get a bit of a tour and you can go through that, but I'm going to explain this for you. So for this video anyway, I'm just going to hit skip tour. We want to make your profile as unique and interesting as possible. And to do that, adding some custom overlays, maybe some notifications, even a starting soon and ending screen, be right back, an intermission screen, maybe things that will help do that. Now, throughout my entire journey so far, and everything I've done while streaming, I've always used NerdOrDie. And that's why I'm bringing you to their website right now, so you can have a little look for yourself. They support these platforms you see here. Obviously, as we are using Mixer for this demonstration, let's click on that and go straight in. You can see here a variety of packages that come in different cost values. The reason for that is because of what you will get for that cost and package. Now the packages go up to around about $30, so give or take £25. And the ones that are 30 will normally have things like transitions, so they move very smoothly with an animation between different pages that you'll create. More customizable notifications. You'll normally even have the source files in there as well. So at this early stage, I would certainly suggest it might be something worth investing in. It's the one that I actually bought originally when I started streaming right at the very beginning. I'm still using now, so I've definitely got value for money out of it there. But you've got lots and lots of pages here. Have a flip through, have a look what you like, what you find interesting, and let me know if you have any questions at all. Okay, so there we have it. You now know how to stream directly from your Xbox. You also know how to finish setting up your Mixer profile and monetizing that. And you've begun to look at custom overlays, panels, bits and pieces that are available from NerdOrDie. There are plenty of other websites out there that offer similar content. So I'd invite you to have a Google, have a little look around and see if you can find anything that suits you better. But I recommend NerdOrDie just because it's what I use. At this point, I don't think that we can finish going through what we need to on LightStream in the remaining time that we have left in the video. And I certainly don't want to cram it in just for the sake of getting it all into one episode. So what I'm going to do is end this episode here. Thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you've liked it enough that you'd like to hit the subscribe for me to help the channel out, and maybe even check out some of my other socials through via the link that I'll post below. Because I appreciate that some of you may be following these videos in a step-by-step process, and this probably isn't the best place to take a natural break, I am going to record the next video immediately and upload it the same day that this one comes out. So if you are following these, you're able to follow the entire process of LightStream through from start to beginning without any pauses. Once again, please stay safe. Thank you for coming to watch and joining my channel, and hopefully I get to see as many of you through on my Mixer watching me stream play live very soon. Once again, that is Zeus Gaming UK on Mixer.